look at how yucky it is outside. It's supposed to be winter, but I mean, the little bit of snow that we had has melted and now it's raining and it's just windy and yuck and cold. So I'd rather have a little bit of snow, so I'm gonna make a little bit of my own, just with some paper snowflakes. I'm gonna show you guys how to make some neat ones. And so come along inside and we'll get warmed up and make some snowflakes. Paper snowflakes are really fun to make. I've been doing this for several years. Here's some snowflakes that I've made today. This is the largest size that I do just with regular paper. Here's a couple other ones, just little different designs, a little bit smaller, and then you can go really small like that. So I'm going to show you kind of step by step how I do these. So I just use regular copy paper for this, and you want to start with a square piece of paper. So since this is a rectangle, we're just going to fold it like that to make a square and cut off this extra right here. You can keep that and make really teeny tiny snowflakes if you want, or you can just use it for scrap paper to take down messages or whatever. So this is our square. I'm going to really crease this so it's nice and flat. It'll fold up flatter that way. So holding it like this, we want to find this middle spot, the middle right down here on this fold. So I'm just going to bring these corners together like this. I'm not going to fold it all the way. I'm just going to kind of pinch there like that. And that shows me where the middle is. So then we're going to fold these across here, like somebody's folding their arms across their chest. That's kind of what I visualize when I do that. So down here you're going to kind of hold that where that crease is and fold across. But you don't want to press all the way down because you want to fold this one across as well. And these folds need to line up as close as possible. You want those exactly matching if you can. If they overlap funny, then the things that you cut out aren't going to match up quite right. So just kind of finagle it around a little bit until it's even. And then press it down nice and tight. I'm going to call that close enough because it's hard to get it exact, but so you should have something that looks like this. That's what it looks like from the back. You see it's not exact, but it's close enough. So I'm just going to cut off these extra tails because I don't need this stuff up here. So I'm just going to cut off like that. So I just have this triangle. So I have the bottom point, and then I'm going to call these sides here the hinges. And then this is the top, where you can see all the pieces of paper in there. Couple of things that you need to remember is that what you cut out of here is going to probably end up being a V shape. You're going to cut out a lot of this middle part. These have to stay together, the hinges. You can cut notches out of them, but you have to keep the hinges there to hold the snowflake together. You can cut off the tip if you want to. You can cut that completely out in a certain shape if you want. The other thing you need to remember is that whatever you cut out on this side has to match exactly on this side. So let me show you kind of an example here. So I'm going to start just cutting away. I'm going to do kind of that loopy, the circle pattern that I had before. Almost like a snowman shape. Okay, so I have that on the right side. I want to do the exact same thing I just did on this side. Just going to turn it over. So those two sides look very much alike. I could just cut this whole thing off. If you want a little bit of something in the middle there, you can kind of cut something into that. So I'm just going to go like this. Just so there's a little point in the middle. So this is going to be a 6-pointed star, and this is why you want both of these the same, because when you unfold it, you'll have 6 points that are the same. If you did just something on this side and this side was different, then you would have 3 points that look like this one and 3 points that look like that one. It doesn't look symmetrical. So I'm just going to keep cutting here. I'm going to cut these kind of into hoops. So I'm going to cut out the middle, But notice I'm leaving parts of the hinges here so it can unfold and stay together. So I'm just going to cut out the middle of each of one of these circles on each side. Like that. Trying to make sure they look the same. And then in this bottom part, I just kind of have to decide what I'm going to do as far as cutting that out, because I don't want to leave it solid. It's more interesting. The more cutouts you have in here, the more interesting it looks, I think. So I'm going to just kind of do almost a teardrop shape and do the same thing on the other side. Like that. So you can see holding it like I originally was, this ends up kind of a V shape, but I still have part of the hinge down here. And still have hinges all the way up each side to hold it together. And then you just unfold it and kind of bend those hinges the opposite way to kind of flatten it out as you open it up. And there's our snowflake. See, it has the 6 points on it, and they all look pretty much the same. And if you look close, they do look a little bit different, but they're close enough that when you hang it up, it looks pretty symmetrical. And like I said, you can make these all different sizes. It just depends on how good of scissors you have. It's important to have good sharp scissors to go through all those layers of paper easily. And you could start with a circle if you want and fold it the same way, but I feel like a triangle works just as well. So I can show you what some of these other ones started out like. If I fold them back up, you can see what I cut out from them. Okay, that's what this one looked like when it was folded up. And most of the time I don't know what these are going to look like until I get them unfolded. Okay, so I just started with a half a sheet of paper with this one. It's going to be a smaller snowflake. I'm going to almost fold it in half to get that so I know where the middle is. Cross over both sides. And then we'll cut off this extra. I'm going to make kind of a spiky looking one. See if I can get it to work here. Looks like that when you're done. Still kind of a V shape, but we'll open this up and see what this looks like. Kind of like that one. Use your imagination with whatever shapes you cut out and just kind of open up and see what you end up with. These are a lot of fun to decorate the windows with for Christmas or just for winter in general. Or you could decorate your office, your classroom, or whatever, you know, kind of put them all over there, kind of pretty and fun to have hanging up. So I hope you guys try these out and make a few of your own. If you make some, take some pictures. I'd like to see what you guys come up with as well. You could use the hashtag Snowflakes and we'll see what you guys all come up with. And I will catch you guys later. Happy winter. Bye.